What up? So we have kind of a weird message. I'm not even gonna lie, a weird message that's been coming through, and I've been sitting on it for at least 2 days or so. And I just got off the phone with a close friend, and we kind of talked about it, and she had similar messages. So I figured, well, maybe it's not as weird as my human brain would like to think. So I just need to preface this with saying that this is seriously just for the people who are going to get it. Like, and if you understand what they're talking about, then this is for you. If you're confused and lost, it's not for you, and it is completely okay. That's not good nor bad. It just is. And just keep on going. Not for everybody. Don't make it fit. Don't think into it too hard. So, as Spirit was talking about, as we start to close out this, my team calls it a cosmic rebalance. This cosmic rebalancing of the universe as a whole, and starts putting everything back to neutral, which is what my team calls balance, neutral. Neither good nor bad, just is. So this is the big shift that we've all kind of been going through and feeling in one way, shape, or form. And they're just saying that when this balancing is done with, when the influx of available cosmic energy starts to simmer down again, when sleep begins to go back to normal, when things start getting back to normal, and all of the loose ends are tied up on a universal collective level. They're just saying before that ending to the force balance state happens, it is allowing the collective as individuals to finish what they have to do. So if you have a piece or part of yourself that you're not willing to release and you're still holding on to, if you are holding on to hurt or trauma or anger or the inability to forgive yourself or others, if you're holding on to negativity experiences or people or frequencies or stuck energies, they're just talking about this is the time to release it and let it go. This is the time to seek that inner balance. This is the time to come to terms with things on the inside of yourself. And they're just kind of saying that now's the time to do it. Because once the universal balancing ends and is done and complete, is what they're saying. And I just feel the need as a person to tell you that it's not like it's done and it never happens again. Everything happens in cycles and in phases and stuff like that. So once this shift is complete, just this one, once this big shift is over with, there will be several other shifts after it, and there were several shifts before it. But this is just like a forced rebalancing. So they're saying once this little mini shift is done, which is a big fucking shift, but once it's done with, then the reflections start again. So they're talking about then the mirroring starts again. Then the it's almost like the wheel starts again. The karmic lesson starts again. So you will, whatever you don't release, get rid of, whatever you are still harboring, they're saying that this is the time when it will find you in the physical again. When you will get a physical representation of what is not in balance within yourself, what you are harboring, what parts of your ego or your shadow you still have, what parts of your trauma you have not come to terms with, what parts of your mental construct you are still battling, and that type of a thing. But they're saying, like, they're giving people a warning that it's physically going to be mirrored back to you in your physical existence. It's not just that it's going to bother you emotionally. Like, they're calling it like the release of your divine mirrors is literally what they're the only words they're using for it, is that you will physically bump into people and they will be your lesson. And we know that this is how it works. But they're just saying this little shift has kind of slowed the release of that, is what they were telling me. Like, it kind of just simmered down, and you've been noticing a lot of the chaos for the narcissists and for the people for these types of labeled people and stuff like that, the chaos bringers, the the grossly unhealed, and whatever you want to call it, choose a label. They've been spiraling. But when the balance is done, their spiral will pause for a second and their karma will be reaped. But karma is just cause and effect. And they're talking about in the population that is not so one-sided, so like your everyday collective, you've been watching this happen, and they're saying that this is like woo for a lot of people. But then the second that the balance stops is when now the everyday person is going to be met with their mirrors. So you are going to be given people specifically placed in your life who are to trigger what needs to be healed. And you will see it more readily once the shift is over. And like I said, I have been holding this message for a couple days because I wasn't sure, and I talked to a friend about it. And she confirmed for me that no, that's exactly what she's been told, felt, and seen, and blah, blah, blah. So, I thought, well, maybe it would be helpful for somebody. 6:06 on the clock. So just know time is ticking. If you don't want to have certain things refine you, it's time to let them go. If you don't want to have to deal with certain triggers or past events, they're just saying to start focusing on it now before the shift is over, because when the shift is over, the mirrors are released. And I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's just what they're talking about as the Hermit card falls out. That's just what they're talking about. So I hope that this helps who it needs to help. And like I said, it's only for a couple people. And if you get it, fantastic. If you don't, it's fine. Just let it go. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, bye, B.